Hi friends! Welcome back to another Saturday Let's Make It tutorial. Today I'm working on a Father's Day card that could be done last minute because let's face it, that's kind of how we roll in this world. Here we go! So I've tried to keep supplies very minimal here. I've got an adhesive of my choice, some very cool iron-on. This is the reflective rainbowy black. I really want to try out on the black cardstock just to see how it works. I also have this insert card pack. If you don't have insert card packs, I'll show you in a little bit. You could just use straight up black cardstock as long as you have two different shades so that it can kind of show up. And for the iron-on, I have my mini press, which I love. And then of course my card mat for my maker, as well as the green standard cutting mat. And my weeding tool. I think that's all I'm going to need. Let's find out. So as I explained earlier, this project could be done with regular cardstock if you do not have the insert card pack. Now, as you see here in these little guides, I wrote one as A and one as B. That's so that you can choose the one you like to work with and delete the other. These two rectangles over here will be used for either project, so I've set them to the side here. If you have a Cricut pen or a marker, create a text box in that area. Say something really cute like, you never go out of style. Something like that. And just have a sentiment. I didn't do a sentiment for this just because I'm probably gonna go really mushy for my husband and didn't necessarily want to share that with everybody. So if I was doing something simple like that, you can just create the text box, select both layers and click attach. Then your writing sentiment there would be on the sentiment piece when you make your card. So in my case today, I'm going to start off with making one with my insert card pack. So I'm just going to select this whole part here, or I could go in the layers and you'll see there it says cardstock card design as opposed to the insert card design. And I'm going to delete it. Now I have the pieces that I need for my project. I can go ahead, click make. Alright, so over here, I'm going to select the mat we are using, and it's actually going to use a card mat. I'm double checking here that it's set to the R20 setting because that's the size of my card I'm using. And I'm also checking to make sure the design has centered itself nicely, and it has. Now I can click continue. Once it's loaded, I'm going to select my material. Now because I'm using the insert card, I could click insert cardstock, but sometimes I find that my designs are a little too intricate, and so I don't mind going ahead and just saying it's cardstock for intricate cuts. It double checks, make sure I have my fine point blade loaded, and get it on my mat. Now that it's been unloaded from the machine, I'm going to carefully peel this off. So I try to bend a little bit. Just gently peel off. And slide it out. Now because the letters in this design were not stenciled, I am going to have to remove the centers and glue them on later, but I actually don't mind that in this case. When I cut these pieces, I can see that I set them to the same color. So you can either go back and set it to a different color or just move it to a new mat, because I'm going to be cutting one out of vinyl and one out of cardstock. So now I have two different black mats. Let's start with the paper mat. I'm going to be using my green standard grip cutting mat and putting my scrap cardstock onto it with a brayer. So now I'm going to get my HTV or my iron-on vinyl ready. Take it out of the tub here. I'm not using very much. If I look on my screen, it looks like we're in about a 2" by 4" situation with this. So I'm just going to be cutting out a small piece of my vinyl. The important thing to remember with iron-on is that it's mirrored. So you want to flip the carrier side to the adhesive of your mat, and the dull side should be showing. Press this on here with my brayer. Like I said, we cut iron-on vinyl mirrored. So when you go to your mat, you want to make sure that the mirror is on. I'm using everyday iron-on. It's on my mat. I'm ready to load. So now I'm going to take my weeding tool and I'm going to carefully weed these very detailed words that were cut out of the iron-on.
Adhere your sentiment piece into the inside of the card and slip the insert through the notches. Adhere the inside of the letters onto that insert and align your iron-on vinyl. Preheat your mini press to the lowest setting. Once heated, the light will turn green and you can press for about 10 seconds, giving constant movement. I use the tip of my press for precision. Remove once cool and you're good to go. I absolutely love how this turned out. That matte look of the reflective iron-on is just perfect.